Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Beyond Sauce Reviews. My name is Bryan, and today I'm going to be talking about the latest movie in the MCU, and that is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Now, this movie is directed by returning MCU director Ryan Coogler, and it features the talents of Letitia Wright, Angela Bassett, Danai Gurira, uh, Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, and many, many more. And he features the debut of Tenoch Huerta as Namor the Submariner. And I have to say, this movie had a lot of things on its back, since, as we all know, this movie was long in pre-production before the tragic passing of our Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. And they had to go back to the drawing board and rework the entire movie without this character and without Chadwick Boseman coming back to the role. They decided not to recast the character, and they made a loving tribute to him in this movie. And I have to say, this movie does not waste any time setting up what happened to his character and how the family and Wakanda as a whole reacts to his passing. And I have to say, this movie, compared to everything that has been released so far in the Phase 4 of the MCU, this is certainly the best of them all. But it's a little overstuffed. I think the runtime to me was a little too long. Some of the usage of some characters are setting up to future Marvel projects are quite unnecessary, to be honest. I think the role that was filled by Riri Williams could have been filled by someone else and made the whole sequence of actions to move a lot quicker. But I understand they've been planning to set up some of these characters for future projects. Now, Riri Williams, to me, I'm a big fan already, despite of me thinking that it was mostly unnecessary. I enjoy her character here in this movie, and overall, I think they managed the loss of the Black Panther, how Wakanda deals with this while having to face some problems outside of them, especially from Talocan. I think I enjoy most of that part when it comes to the political side of things and the whole Namor thing. Everything from Talocan and the visuals in underwater to me is worked a lot better than in Aquaman. I really enjoy the visuals of this movie. To me, it's a delight to see and watch it on the biggest screen possible. I didn't manage to watch it on IMAX, but I did watch it on CXC here in Puerto Rico. And and before I pass on it, there were a lot of scenes recorded, filmed in Puerto Rico. They wanted to pass it as Haiti, and I understand why they would do that. But I recognize a lot of those places from my dear island, so I love seeing my island represented in the MCU, despite them making it to be somewhere else completely. But despite all that, despite the movie being a bit overstuffed and its runtime being a little too long for my taste, to me, this movie works. The performance of every single cast member in this movie is powerful. But to note, Angela Bassett, she is the MVP of this movie. I loved her in this movie. Letitia Wright, I have some issues with her politics and her decisions behind the scenes, but that shouldn't take away from what she did in this movie. And she was amazing with what she was given. Everyone came in with their A game, and I quite love what they did with this movie. They managed Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa passing quite respectfully, and the passing of the mantle to the new Black Panther, not so good, but I can accept it because this movie again had to be reworked from scratch after the passing of Chadwick Boseman, and they did their best given the nature of the circumstances. But regardless, when it comes to the latest things that came in from the MCU, like Thor: Love and Thunder and Doctor Strange, this is the best of that bunch. I think for me, it's a 4 out of 5. I love this movie. It really takes you in, and it doesn't mess around. This movie is powerful, very sad too. I was tearing up from the very, very beginning of this movie. And as I kept drying my tears, something happened that the tears came back. And to be honest, I haven't felt this much emotion in an MCU related thing in a while. So to me, 4 out of 5, very enjoyable movie, and it has a lot of flaws, certainly. But to me, the good outweighs the bad, and it's a great watch for everyone who's been rather skeptical to where the MCU is going. To me, you should all go back and watch Wakanda Forever because it's just so freaking powerful. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on the movie. If you guys had any thoughts on the movie or some of the characters that came in or the new Black Panther, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.